correct. There's a cat. No, that's not the kitty that was sick. It is an unboxing. Tori, you should be asleep. I'm still getting set up, so everybody just relax. Unboxing. It doesn't want to show my webcam. That's fine. I don't need the webcam. For those of you who don't know, this is Sugar Snap, Sugar Pants. You can't until I decide why it doesn't have a wet charging port. Would you go swimming or something? What are you doing? Hey everybody. This is Miss Sugar Snap, Sugar Pants, otherwise known as the premier diva of our household. And I think she's now decided that it's time for the unboxing to begin. I think that's what she said, at least. She does have a heart. She actually does have a heart on her fur pattern because she's so adorable. Hey look, Debbie, you're awake. Oh wait, you should be awake. Wow, there's a lot of people here. I am shocked by how many people are on here. So how's it going, guys? I didn't do anything to the phone. I went to charge it, and I think it's wet. Yeah, I'll go to sleep. I actually probably should sleep. I slept for about 3 hours, roughly. Went to bed at about 4, woke up at 7. So yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see what it looks like. Feel free to share this link, by the way. If people actually really want to watch an unboxing live, I mean, this is not the worst. So if you guys want to share this with people in other streams or in other discords, please feel free to. Butt Night Buckles. Spray to the butt. Oh, butt spot. You came in at exactly the right time. So guys, this is, as you can see, box number 188 of 708 or 7,881. I'm gonna keep the box because Rope says that apparently I should. And yeah, am I starting my new unboxing channel? No, this is not an unboxing channel. This is just when I got the game, everybody said, "Oh, I want to watch you unbox it," and I was like, okay. So. By the way, I'm assuming the audio is fine. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me. But that being said, let me tilt the mic just a little bit towards me. Maybe that'll help. I'm going to laugh so hard if you accidentally score the real box. Well, you know, we'll do what we got to do. So, let's do the thing. I wonder, I should probably have the gain up, huh? I should probably put the gain on the mic up. There's a gale happening behind you. A gale. There's wind? You're saying there's wind? Listen, I've never done this before, guys. Do you think you'll eventually post in-person games? Yeah, I think we probably could. I'm going to turn the gain that's way too high up. Way too high up. Okay. Let's put this down. I'll put the gain up significantly while turning the overall volume down. I think that should be fine. Alright, so we're going to open up the cardboard box. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm sorry that I turned the gain up way too high. It's okay. We figured it out. Hey, baby. Baby, hi. I was trying to do a thing. There's people watching. Can you help me out here? Okay. Unless someone is inside me, I never want them that much in my ears. Oh, that's adorable. All right, Sugar, come on. Say hello to the world, Sugar. Hey, come here. Can you not? I mean, yeah, maybe this is just going to be a cat channel. Maybe I just show the cats, and maybe that's all I have to do is just show the cats. Sugar Snap, Sugar Pants, you are so... You know you're on camera. I know you know you're on camera right now. All right, come on, come on. You're like dead weight. All right, so let's open this here thing up and see what we've got. Yeah, I had to tear off the label on the other side. Oops. You guys getting that cardboard? You getting that? You getting that? You getting that tape rip? A good ASMR? Lol. Sugar, this is very sharp. You gotta stay away, okay? Yeah, with white fur you can never be too sure, so... Oh my. Alright, so they did not fuck around when it comes to this packaging. So, you guys can see in here, the focus is going to be a little off, so just bear with me a second. But inside, you can see this whole thing is wrapped inside the styrofoam. So you actually have to pull it out like a, you know, like a piece of furniture or something. We're just going to do a little slide out. Oh, look at that. Wow. Yeah, go in the box. Go in the box, Sugar. Is that all you wanted? You just wanted the box? Jesus Christ. That's really all she wanted. She just wanted the box. Can I actually switch devices to show you this bullshit? I gave cat box. Alright, chat, you didn't give butt box. Will this allow me to switch to the camera? No. Okay. It won't allow me to switch to the camera. That's fine. I'll go back. Thank you. Alright, so... Guys, I don't feel like I'm adequately conveying just how fucking beautiful this is. I mean, first off, I mean, it's so sleek. The whole game is so sleek. Just the packaging looks amazing. It's just everything. I mean, there's it's very high res. The previous view was okay. Yeah, I know. The previous view was okay. I just wanted to show Sugar in the box because she's being friggin' ridiculous. So let's start off with the bag. So, I got the bag here. This was part of the Kickstarter version, specifically. It's good quality. Again, the high resness of the bag really shows. I mean, the quality of the image on top of the bag is really very good. It's got this awesome color to it. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. It's not crazy out of sync. My laptop is watching and my phone is noising. Okay, you're freaking me out about the audio. Like, I can't hear this, so I have no idea if it's in good shape or not. This is a good quality bag. Like, this doesn't look like a cheap, you know, little rinky-dink shopping bag that you get from a local grocery store. This looks like a good quality bag. It's a little thin, but then again, I mean, who cares? I know, dedicated carrying bag. Again, this was a Kickstarter exclusive, so that's part of it. I really can't get over, like, it's hard to see, guys. But, oh, it is linen. I think. It feels like a linen bag. I'm not quite sure exactly what it's made of, but it definitely seems linen. Tori, you seem like you've heard a lot of unboxings before, so I feel like you're definitely a good point as to what it is that I'm lacking, because I've never fucking done this before. But what I wanted to say was, like, you can really tell just the print quality of the actual box itself is really, really very good. It shows that they went all high and above when it came to the overall resolution and the templating, and everything just looks... It just looks really good. It looks really high quality. Like, I feel like I can't really use the words to adequately convey it, but like it looks as though like they took a hugely high resolution image and were able to put it in a way that just looks just utterly fantastic. All right, let's take the styrofoam off. Sugar, go play with these. Hey, go play with that. It's styrofoam. Don't actually play with it. You get to touch this actual game in 2 months. I know. I'm saying I'm a professional. Yes, Tori. Very funny. High electrical temperature. So I mean, yeah, you can't. Again, the light and the camera is gonna fuck it up. But I mean, it's immensely high quality printing. It's really incredible. You guys can get a little mirror shot of my setup, but there you go. I mean, it's incredible, guys. It really is. So let's take a look, actually, at this side. There's the book binding right there. I mean, they really did go all out in making it actually look like a book. So I'll show you guys the other side. But you can see that the Grimm looks like a Grimm. I mean, it's just... Yeah, thanks for the ceiling fan. Appreciate the love for the ceiling fan. Oh, and then we have the huge back. Guys, this game is, by the way, it's fucking heavy as shit. I should have expected it, but man, this game is heavy as shit. My home Grimm that is now going to get donated to Navian, it is very light compared to this. So it mentions that the boxes doesn't change. So if the box itself is Kickstarter or not, it doesn't actually change the fact that you get this exact box. So it doesn't mention the Kickstarter rules or anything like that. Man, this is just... Oh, it actually does have a different box. So it actually shows here, the Kickstarter copy also contains a carry bag, an extra 49 characters. So actually there is a separate box for the Kickstarter edition. And it's not recommended for persons ages 13 years or under. It's remarkable. I mean, there's something about this, guys, and I know this sounds stupid, so just bear with me here, but like, I had my first game of Clocktower over 3 years ago. It was very early 2019. I'm just going to regale you with this story as I take the shrink wrap off. The first time I played the game was at PAX East in Boston, because my wife and I were going to go to PAX East just for other things. It was when Borderlands 3 actually first got spoiled, to give you some context. Maggot, thank you for joining. It was when Borderlands 3 first got spoiled, or at least announced, and we went there, and, my wife and I played a bunch of different games, and played a bunch of different games. Like, the Root shirt that I was wearing yesterday, I got at that exact expo as well, because I went to the Leader Games booth, and while doing so, it's very sharp and very close. And I played my first game. It was a 12-player game of 15-player game, I think it was, of Trouble Brewing. No, it was 12. It was 12. And we did a game of Trouble Brewing. It was run by John Jengset, which, by the way, shouts to John Jengset, the person who actually ran my first game of Clocktower. And I gotta tell you, John did a great job, but I was the butler in my first game, and I almost broke the rules because I voted without my master. So my first experience with Clocktower was not exactly the best. However, I said, you know what? I think I've seen enough of this game to know that there's a lot of future here. And I would like to play this with people that I know. So, when I did that, I said, well, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna order this game. I'm gonna back it on Kickstarter, and we're going to see what happens. And the Kickstarter hadn't actually been going the entire way. And in doing so, I put in an order. This was like March of 2019. And I was like, I'll see this game eventually. I had no idea, man. I had actually put in a pre-order at roughly the same time for the Riverfolk expansion of Root, which, for if anybody knows, came in a lot quicker. You know, it's the reason I'm telling you this story is because this is really, I admit, kind of surreal for me. Like, I never, after a while, kind of thought that this, I kind of, you know, doubted whether or not I was ever going to actually see this game. You know, the pandemic was kind of a dark time for a lot of us, and we, you know, you take a lot of things for granted, and you just say, it's never going to happen, you know. And it's just, it's a little surreal. I have not seen the boxes that Mark printed. Please link that to me, Debbie, because I'd like to see that. All right, so let's take off the sleeve, the ornamental sleeve. Oh my God, this thing is so heavy. And then we can see, I'll put that over there, the actual front of the Grim. I mean, just look at that. That is just awesome. It feels, you know, it's that solid cardboard, like when you get something like a camera or a game console or something like that. The cardboard that those products come in is definitely a thicker gauge, a thicker quality than a lot of the stuff that you see. And I think that when you actually feel this game, you'll notice that, like, they did not fuck around. This is a massive, huge game, and it's very heavy. So it's amazing. It really is that just, like, this thing is so heavy that I kind of am not surprised that this cardboard is so durable and so high quality, but it's still awesome. Like, it's just awesome to feel. And you guys have already seen the back. Well, actually, no, you haven't seen the back, so let's take a look at the back. Also, and when you see it without the plastic, I mean, you can see the actual. You see the actual thing here. I mean, just the binding. It looks awesome. I mean, they really did go all out in terms of making it look like a Grim. I mean, just look at this. Look at the fucking detail on this. Look at just the you know, look at the artwork, man. Like, I remember getting Kickstarter updates for this, like, during the pandemic, and they were like, we've hit some snags in terms of production because of just, you know, we have to allocate all these art assets. And a lot of these assholes on Kickstarter were like, why are you wasting time with this? Get us our game, you know? So, I would, if I had Kev here, I would have Kev read this, because Kev has read this, at least the beginning part, like, so many times because of the storyteller intro for Trouble Brewing during our Welcome Wednesday games. But I will regale you with a little bit of actually, wait, I can get really close to the mic. This is cool. During a hellish thunderstorm on the stroke of midnight, a scream is heard in the sleepy town of Ravenswood Bluff. The townsfolk rush to investigate and find the local storyteller has been murdered, their body hanging limply from the Clocktower. As blood drips onto the cobblestones far below, a realization slowly dawns. A demon is on the loose, killing by night and taking on human form by day. Can you find the demon in time, or will evil overrun this once peaceful town? Blood on the Clocktower is a game of murder and mystery, lies and logic, deduction and deception, for 5 to 20 courageous players and one devious storyteller. And that would be me most of the time. I would love to play the game, but most of the time I know I'm probably going to end up storytelling. Like, dude, look at these art assets. Like, I know they spent so long on getting this art, and that's why everybody was, like, freaking out at how long the game was taking, but just look at the friggin' art. Look at just how good the quality is. The fake, like, the fake wear to make it look like it's just this ancient tome. This is just awesome. Like, you can see, like, around the corners here, like, it has this kind of, like, fake wear. It's awesome. All right. Now, I was warned by, I think it was you, Ekin, and someone else. I don't remember who it was. Shoutouts to whoever you were. I don't have my phone in front of me. That getting this shit back into the box is a pain in the ass because of how thick it is. And so I'm gonna open it up. And chat, you guys need to be aware of the fact that I have no idea what configuration this thing is going to be in. So bear with me. Okay, so we have your extra plastic bags. Very important. Holy fuck. Oh my god, dude. The fucking art. Are you serious? Bro. I mean, just look at this. Look at these edition boxes and just look at how fucking tight these boxes are. These look awesome. They even did this little detail with the little eye at the latch hook. And the little Pandemonium Institute sign at the bottom. Bro. Bruh. They got separate things for good reminders and evil reminders on the opposite sides of the box for where the evil stuff and the good stuff is. Bruh. Oh, this is just awesome. Alright, so I'm going to move these edition boxes out of the way. Or these two, at least. BMR's hiding for now. I'm assuming this is my Kickstarter stuff. Now, again, you'll notice this is on the main thing that made this game unique is that it has punchboard with felt. That was the big deal. The fact that it had this felt inside, that you can have felt attached to felt, and it gave it this very tactile feel. In fact, I'm going to just grab the lid again and flip it over to show you. This right here is felt. Okay? So when the game actually goes in, it is this... God, this stuff is really... Wow. This is very dense grain. Like, if you just run your fingers along this, like, this doesn't feel like, you know, cheap anything. This feels like really high quality stuff. So, the whole punchboard with felt on the opposite side thing, like, they even said in the... Oh, wait, hang on. I'll put it in the... I'll get the mic. I'll get the sound. Can you guys get that? Can you get the tingles on the back of your neck? Yeah. So, they were even saying in the Kickstarter updates, like, this felt punchboard thing was something that Panda, who manufactures the game, has just never done, because no one's ever done it before. So they had to come up with a whole manufacturing process for how to do this. So I'm going to assume these are the Kickstarter rules, because they come in a... Sorry, Tori. So they come in a separate thing because I don't believe they belong to any specific edition. As far as where they're going to go, I'm sure there's a space in here for it, but I'm going to figure that out later. So let's just do a quick little cut here. Not too much because I don't want to cut anything. Just enough to break the plastic. They had to innovate, exactly. All right. Let's take a look. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a preview as to what the other editions look like, but let's start from here. Brother, it's falling apart already. It's literally falling over. Like, the punch board is just taking them out. Okay. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. And there's my Leviathan. It's my Leviathan. because I have to. First off, had to do that. Now I want to try with my all-important Leviathan token. I'm going to put this on the board. Oh, you want me to tap it with my fingernails? Got it. All right, so this is awesome. I need to find a way to properly describe this. So, a lot of people, when making Grims, myself included, would use felt and like Velcro, and they would therefore make it so that this thing sticks, and then you have to rip it off, and that means that there's going to be a little bit of fraying of the fabric and all of that, and that just happens. This is different. I really don't know how to properly convey this, but it uses friction. And in essence, this piece here, the felt and the felt are the same. So the back of this felt is the same felt that's on the actual thing. And what that means is that this doesn't stick in. It doesn't like get caught up and hooked in. It just rests. But the overall friction of the pieces means that when I tilt it upwards, nothing happens. It doesn't fall. It's held up simply by the friction of the felt against the felt. I was kind of shocked just now about how well that worked. It's kind of a different feel. It really is kind of magic. And I know that, you know, again, it just takes me back to all of these Kickstarter updates. It takes me back to all of these things that said, you know, why are you dealing with the felt? Why don't you make this game digital? The tactile sensation of having the tokens directly attached to the Grim, just that it's so satisfying, guys. Like, they did it right. If anyone is ever doubting whether or not this was handled correctly and whether or not this was worth the wait, holy crap, it was worth the wait. It feels amazing. It feels so professional. No hubris to that statement. It feels right. You know, it feels like this is what we were all waiting for. I can't. I mean, I can't. This is just crazy to me. This is like not real. You know, this wasn't supposed to happen. You know, this is like one of those things that was like, you know, it was just going to be eventually happening. Let's do a little. Oh, you can hear the birdies. I don't know if you can get the ASMR as well, but you're going to get it anyway. Alright, so let's hit the Kickstarter versions. And we'll start to move along. We'll pop Legion out of here. This is Kickstarter Punchboard 4, by the way, as noted by the KS4 in the corner. So much Legion. I'm so pumped. We can do Legion games in person now. We're getting a tiny bit of the clicking. Need to redirect the mic, I think. And my nice reminder tokens. It does not have the same clack as cardboard on cardboard. Well, obviously not, because it is felt. But And then, of course, you got your extra reminders just in case something goes wrong, you miss a piece, whatever. Okay. Man, the art quality on these is insane. I want to make special attention, so I didn't even bring it into the Legion ones, but let's just like go with the marionette. So I want to show you guys after I pop the marionette out here. Let's take a look at this token. Can you focus, please? Oh, you don't autofocus. I have to do it manually. So let's take a look at this token, and it doesn't show. This shows you just like how like ridiculous this is. Look at this. Hang on, I'm gonna get it a little bit closer. Is there a built-in organizational system for the tokens? There should be. I haven't gotten there yet. So take a look at these tokens and look at the art quality of the reminder for setup, the flower. Look at the quality for the leaves and just the overall texture. Like it has like that kind of, that Celtic wood knot kind of thing as a background. It's just awesome. It's really amazing. Oh man. Let's get back to focus here. Should be about right. There's a little rectangular box to store types and tokens. No, that's what I'm thinking of. They're the little Alhadikio 1-2-3s. That's cute. Alright, let's start popping. I know I gotta move along. I know you guys are probably like, this is wasting way too much time on this stuff. And these are held in so well, just like that tiniest little thin sliver of cardboard. Oh yeah, they're pretty big. Like, they're pretty big. When you reach into the bag, you're gonna have a handful. Go in one of the 2 purple bags. Ah, thank you. You got your gangster. You got your fearmonger. You have your not Mephit. Shouts the Mezephiles. You guys can't see that. Shouts the Mezephiles. And we'll start punching out the rest here. You play with these tokens so much in play or in online, and you start to tend to take for granted how awesome they are. But like, man, the leech one, the Alhadikio one now with the fez instead of the flower. I love that art. Riot looks like a pog, or like, what were the things that you used to, oh god, my 90s is failing me right now. When you were playing with pogs, and anyone who grew up in the 90s, shut up, you were playing with pogs. I know you were. What are the things you would use to, like, the big heavy things that you would use with the pogs? Because that's kind of what the riot symbol looks like. Tazos? No, it doesn't sound right to me. There's a thing you would like, a slammer. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Yeah, it kind of looks like a slammer. You just throw it down on something. You didn't have pogs. Well, can't all be winners. One detail I love, by the way, which I'm glad they kept from the original art into the final art, was on the Amni, where I always loved this feature, which is that in the crook of the Amni head, or the Amni, what do you call it? The question mark. There's a human face facing the right. I'm really glad they kept that. Okay, focus, damn you. There we go. Tazos. What the fuck are Tazos? But yeah, human face facing the right. I always thought that was a cool detail, but no, it does not stand for passion fruit orange guava. No, it doesn't. You grew up a little too much with what was it? Who did that? Fruitopia, right? That was Fruitopia. Another thing that Tori's like, what the fuck are you humans talking about? Shouts the drinks, noble gang. The new lycanthrope art. I'm a big fan of the new lycanthrope art. Poppy grower is a little more straightforward too. You know, it's just got the poppies. Yeah, yeah. Looks like the Goodwill sign. All right, so you're saying, Kevin, you're saying that Pog, the cardboard pieces, the name Pog came from passion fruit, orange, guava. You know, I want to believe you. I really do. But I don't know. I don't know if I do. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's a sound. So you can hear the cardboard clinks, but it's muffled. Fun story, I didn't notice the Amity face until I was in voice chat with Andrew and helping him make vector graphics versions of the tokens, and then I felt stupid. Don't feel stupid, Maljan. Alright, so now this one, you've seen this one, because it's been sitting here. I love that they took the extra space, and they gave these little tokens here. There's 3 of these. And, I mean, it's a nice little promotion. So you go to the Almanac, and then these are important instructions, people. If you just grab this game off the shelf, which, by the way, I know this is crazy because we're fanatics about this game, but, like, you're going to be able to just go to the store and pick this up off the shelves, like, as a person who's never played Blood on the Clocktower before. And when you see, you know, a store that's selling Kickstarter versions, they're going to need to know what the fuck are these things. So they have these instructions here. I find that really cool. It really hammers home that, like, this game is real, guys. This is not, like, you know, this is not something that is just for us. Like, this is a thing where you can just go into a local gaming store and you can just purchase this game. You guys have seen this one. I'm going to put it up close to the mic so we get the proper ASMR for poppin'. Listen, Tori, people like the poppin', all right? How dare you? Aw, look at the pixie. Pixie one's so cute. No, I love you, Tori. Thank you for your suggestions. You are a fantastic human being who makes my life better. Can you focus, damn you? Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't autofocus, guys, just because OBS doesn't like when this camera autofocuses. So you have to do it manually. So if it's a little blurry, my bad. But like your lovemaking, this is just slow. Hey, what can I say? All right, these are our Kickstarter tokens. There are a lot of them. I take them, put them aside for now, because we have to store them. My God, there's a lot of them. I did not realize how much popping I did. We are a little blurry. Okay. I will focus on that. Let's focus on the... It's true, Adrift on the Sea. I have heard that, something to that effect before. Oh, engineer. Okay, now I'm going to get to the part that I've been really looking forward to, which is the almanacs. I really want to see the high quality, high res art that they've been teasing for the almanacs. Actually, no, we don't get the almanacs yet. Oh no, we don't get the almanacs yet. Okay, we'll get to those later. Let's talk about sheets. Now, remember, the sheets are the things that are going to be the physical representation of the game to the players. The players are going to get these sheets, and they are going to use these as a means of being able to interact with the game. So these are going to be beaten up to hell, from what I've heard. In fact, people who have already opened their copies of the game and played them have said, you need to make sure that these things are laminated. So I have been told that because these are literally the only things that non-storytellers interact with in the game, there is high potential for it to go bad. So I'm planning on getting these laminated, but before I do, shouts to the lamination. Let's take a look. Very high quality gloss. It looks so good. Oh, man. All right, so I want to focus on a couple things here. Let's bring this up close. So, a couple things I want to make mention of. First off, the edition art of each of them is up in the top. I'm sorry that there's some shadows. I apologize. On the sides, you have, just like the ones that Jack, the mock-ups that Jack had, Townsfolk, Outsider, Minion, Demon. Grainy glasses did change. Yeah, a lot of the icons changed. But I mean, just the quality of the printing, like you can tell it's very high DPI. The thing itself is incredibly shiny, which means that when it's laminated, it's going to be like doubly shiny. Really just remarkable quality. Really high quality. Let's get you back to focus. There we go. If there's one thing I'm going to say, because I'm an asshole, I am not a big fan of the new Fool token. I'm sorry. I said it out loud. Steven, if you want to cancel me, it's fine, but I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. Like, when you look at it up close, it looks fine. It looks like, a jester's hat. But when from far away, how the fuck am I supposed to tell that's the Fool? It doesn't look like the Fool at all. I'm sorry. Listen, I have done nothing but praise this game for 3 years. I love everything about it. I've made some great friends through it. But I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It doesn't scream Fool to me. It's not unique enough, It's like how the juggler always looks like water splashing to me. Looks like a sexy octopus. Well, there's some people in the Connecticut Blood on the Clocktower you guys should be talking to, because there's such a thing as sexy octopodes to people in that server. My server. Alright. Let's go past BMR. So here's BMR. There's a lot of them, guys. There's a lot of them. No, I know it's not that big of a deal. I know that they don't actually think it's a big deal. Yeah, exactly, Tori. My point exactly. Here's the one that we are going to be interacting with the most, I'm sure. I will be running probably many games of Trouble Brewing. I've basically spent the past year and a half now, no, a year, a little over a year, of cultivating games on CT Blood on the Clocktower, and it's fine, I've been building up, people have gotten very experienced, people have gotten very experienced in terms of, the games we play. We've become very advanced. We play a lot of games. But once we start playing in person, we're going to have to start this over all over again. So Trouble Brewing is going to be the main causeway, the main way the way we interact. Hate the perspective of the new investigator token. Let's take a look. Oh, how it kind of like angles to the background? Yeah, I can see it. Blood on the Clocktower erotic tie-in novels. When? I have not been to Archive of Our Own, AO3, in a long time. But I'm going to take a guess and say that by now, or at least if not now, then in the next couple months, you're going to see a Blood on the Clocktower one. You're just going to see a Blood on the Clocktower / fiction. It's going to happen. I love the simplicity of the Slayer token now, or the Slayer icon. I love that. That's awesome. Special shout out also to the drunk token. The drunk token just has that little froth now. It doesn't look so cartoony anymore. Oh, this is not in focus. Focus, damn you. There we go. I love that froth on the Steiner. Looks so good. And then of course the new spy token. People have opinions on the new spy token. I think we'll get used to it. And the imp, I know the imp doesn't seem super changed, but I really like it. I think it's just kind of like slightly cartoonish enough that it kind of just works. And then of course your Baron and your Scarlet Woman. You don't understand the new spy. It's not an asshole. Why are you? See, you're projecting now, Tori. So it's a mask. It's like an opera mask. You're looking at it from one side, and you're getting the dark side on the other side. So they represent that they're going to be registering as both good and bad. And that thing to the left is the headband that goes around the back. So it's like it's a mask, like a Vega mask. You know, shouts to Vega, shouts to Street Fighter. I feel like I just blew a whole bunch of people's minds by saying that. But yes, that is indeed what the new spy token is. It does not look like a reproductive organ or an asshole. God damn it, guys. So yes, Trouble Brewing we're going to be interacting with a lot. Let me get down to the Sex and Violets section. We can see these. By the way, our custom scripts are going to look a lot bad. A lot more bad now. Should I allow white in the ass? Yeah, I should. I am permitting that. This game is hot. It is true. It's also hot in here. It's very humid. So I'm going to probably have to do something about that. And then we have Sex and Violets. So let's take a look. First of all, the color for Sex and Violets, the actual, the motif color, the purple, outstanding. Just absolutely outstanding. They nailed it out of the park. I mean, just this color here, oh, it's so good. Now, some of these tokens, a lot of people aren't a fan of, but we're going to take a look. A lot of people do not like the new Juggler. A lot of people do not like the new Savant. I think they're fine. And then once you get to Evil, you're going to see a lot of ones that people are not super happy with. But I'm a big fan. A lot of people don't like the new Savant. They think it looks too kind of sticky. Kind of like it sticks put together. I think it's fine. I think it works with the overall aesthetic of Sex and Violets. And then once we get to the Outsiders, not much changed. A little more detail on the mutant. Sweetheart. A little Klutz. Klutz is a little less detail now, but I think it's fine. It still conveys the right feeling. The new Evil Twin, a lot of people have opinions on. A lot of people have Evil Twin opinions. Klutz Banana Peel Rip. No, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's the Klutz right there. Mighty Zonk, thank you for the follow. Bing, very much appreciate it. Why is it twin Dobbies? Yeah, that's what a lot of people have said. Like, why does it just look like Dobby? I think they're supposed to kind of look like, children's play dolls. I think that's kind of what it is there. It's not the actual twins. It's like the dolls representing the twins. New Sarah Novus has a lot more detail. A lot more detail. And new witches, whatever. Now, the demons in Sex and Violets, there's been some changes. The Fangu is, Fangu is definitely different. It's supposed to be, you know, conjuring in a ball. Sorry, give me a second. You don't have the spirit thing, which got dumpy. Yeah, kind of. Vigo is basically unchanged. Vortox is a little differently, and then of course, the Nodashi is just more Dashi-y now. The tripod is getting in the way, guys. I'm sorry. And there you go. But I mean, again, just I cannot stress this enough. Like, they are glossy, they are shiny, they are beautiful. There we go. Got them upgraded tentacles. Shouts to Connecticut Blood on the Clocktower. Y'all love your fucking tentacles. Okay. Those are our additions. Now, bags. Ooh, these are different. First of all, okay, so first off, cool bag. We're going to put this with the Kickstarter characters. But man, this is the bag. This is the bag. And I want to show you the stitching of Puck here. The bag. This is the other aspect of the game that players are going to interact with the most, and it's decently high quality. It's like a polyester almost. Don't know exactly what this bag is made of, but it's different than the tote bag. I'm a big fan. All right. I'm going to now put our Kickstarter characters in the bag for now. Pucka skin. It's made of pucka skin. Okay. Wait, does the stitch symbol on that bag have a name? Yes. The demon symbol, which is representative of Blood on the Clocktower, this guy here, that's Puck. Puck is the colloquial name used by the people who work at TPI for the demon image and the demon that it represents. Does it canonically have a name? No, not really. But that's fine. Alright, what do we have here? We have your edition token, or the reminder tokens. You missed some tokens? No, I didn't. Oh, these are the reminders for the whole, the promotion thing, which I will probably never use. You mug. Oh, I'm a mong, sorry. You played Clocktower for so long? Yeah, Puck. Puck is his name. Yeah. I know the lore, guys. If you guys ever have lore questions about Blood on the Clocktower, I have them. Twitch blocked Mong? Did it really? Huh. Alright, so the 4 big tokens are over here. These are your info tokens that you use at night to convey a message. The UR, these are your minions. Did you vote today? These characters are not in play. I want to give a special shout out, by the way, to the art assets on these, because I actually want to show you this one in particular. Does this art in the back look familiar to any of you? It should. Especially to frequent viewers of Connecticut Blood on the Clocktower, or people who have been playing Clocktower for the past 5 years. You might recognize that art in the background. Johnny Cats. No? Nobody? This one is new. I don't know this one at all. I don't know that art at all. This, you guys might remember around Christmas, was the original art for the Skinkulus. This was the 4th demon, the one that cared about gender, that was originally in Sex and Violets, before they added the Vigor Mortis. The Skinkulus was the one who cared about gender, and obviously had some issues with that. So they eventually scrapped the demon, but they kept the art asset, and I think that it's actually a very good use of the art asset. this one here is an art asset I know, but you guys don't know. Similarly with this one. So the art is that, yeah, these eyes were literally the token art for the Skinkulus, the forbidden demon. But yeah, if you go back and watch our Christmas special, you can watch us play the mint-shifted version of the Skinkulus, the Minkulus. Alright, I'm going to be popping. I'm sorry, guys, if you don't like the popping, too bad, because I'm going to be popping. For the poppers. Shouts to the poppers. Good night, my darling. Ooh, by the way, so here's your tops for the vote tokens, but then the back. The back is still beautiful too. They thought of everything. And soon, if you guys really enjoy the sound of the popping of stuff out of these cardboard things, which are more traditional to most board games since they don't have the felt, don't worry, you too can soon do this soon. What was the rule for the Skinkulus? I understand how basing on playing gender would be unwanted, just curious what the concept was. The concept was choose a player, kill them. If all players killed this way, oh Jesus, what was it again? I don't remember. If all players killed this way differ in gender to you, they become evil? Is that how it worked? Oh yeah, so if you, yeah, so it was each night kill a player. If every player you have killed this way shares a gender, is the same gender, is different than your gender, something like that, the dead players turn evil. So they don't have any abilities, but they turn evil. And then the minute, of course, that you choose someone that isn't the same gender, then it would stop. You would stop working. And they can't vote. Yes, and they can't vote. So it was almost like a butler honor system, where if they voted, that technically would be cheating. I dropped one. Fuck. Where'd you go? You fell on the floor. Oh no. Oh well. I'll get you later. Alright. Edition boxes. Got our BMR box that was hiding earlier. We got your Travelers and Fabled one, which I'm going to open up just so that we can see. Reminders. Hang on, I can get this in focus. Reminders, Fabled, Traveler, Traveler, Life. Got to make sure your life tokens are in there. And then your vote tokens. These are going to look familiar when we actually open up the edition boxes. So again, evil reminders, demons, travelers, etc. Oh yeah, there was a lot of problems with it. High Electrical. There was a lot of problems with it. Alright. This is the Grim Stand, or part of the Grim Stand. I'm going to worry about this in a little bit. Not worry about it. How do the boxes feel? The boxes feel really sturdy. So they are not as high quality cardboard as the whole Grim. Obviously that would be a little ridiculous. But they don't feel like flimsy cardboard. They feel like pretty decent cardboard. I'm not going to tell you that they feel like they're going to take a huge beating, because, I mean, they're relatively thin still. But assembled as they are with the double reinforcing. Like the inside, this inside bit here is a lighter cardboard than the outside. So like these dividers and this kind of bit that goes, you can see here in just a second. You can see the inside has a little bit different. Like if I were to kind of pull apart here, you can see that these are different. This is a very thin, and that's fine. It doesn't necessarily need to be super durable, but the outside piece here is a lot more durable. It's going to take a beating. Fucking autofocus. Okay. I love these questions, guys. Thank you so much for the questions. There's a lot of tokens here. I'm going to get to these in a little bit. Night order sheets, very important. And your traveler token, along with the information as to how many there are. By the way, I love this because it also has on the back, I remember seeing this before with one of the other unboxings, this has basically the intro, which Kev, if you want to read this aloud, you could probably do it word for word. And then it goes into, basically this is the sheet. This is the explaining the rules thing that all storytellers should do for first-time players. Read this verbatim. You will not have an issue. It's going to be fantastic. This is very specifically worded to be able to create the best understanding of the game as possible. Well, yes, Jackie technically does our Welcome Wednesdays now, but I know that Kev had a reputation for doing this. Like, and people were like, do the thing, like that, the Bart Simpson meme. Then we've got the setup token, or the setup page, which also doubles as, look at that, another copy of that. But it's a little bit different. It's got different art, and it does have slightly different rules. So this is interesting. The before the first nomination section is actually a little bit different. This is actually the one that people... that is interesting. So this one is in the first person. I am about to call for nominations. Whereas this one, the storyteller is about to call for nominations. So I think this one is actually for players who are reading the rules that are not the storyteller. So like for experienced players, it's interesting that they have both of these. That's very strange. If anybody knows the difference between the two, please let me know, because I can't be arsed to actually read the speech for both of them. And then of course your night sheets. Night sheets are important. This actually is not like the old night sheets that are used with the script tool where it just gives you symbols. This is like the ones that Ben Finney has made over on the Big Head site, which actually goes into detail about what each of them are going to do. So like, for example, if I were to zoom in here, we would see the courtier. The courtier might choose a character. And it's got the 2 dots there. Then you got the Godfather. Show the Godfather tokens to all its players. And then if we go to the other side, and I do courtier, the courtier might choose a player. It doesn't go into as much detail as like maybe say the Grim tool does, but it's very interesting that it kind of spells it out for you, so that if you're a relatively newer storyteller, or if you're someone who, as I said, just picked up the game off the shelves, you'll have a better idea as to what it's going to look like. And then there's the town square. And the almanacs. My god, the almanacs are fucking enormous. Bruh. I like that it has the token amounts for reminders. Yeah, so that's what those little dots are. Dude, these things are huge. These are immense. These are the size of the box, more or less. I mean, you can see the box itself, as I said, was huge. But these almanacs are enormous. All the appropriate credits to Stephen and Evan and Andy and Eden and Amy. And shout outs to, I love this, shout outs to community and PR management Ben Burns, Mr. Burns, and our good friend storyteller Ted Helm. If you guys don't know Ted,
You should know Ted. If there is a person who I trust to be able to tell you a ruling on anything, well, there's 2 people, or 3 people. It would be Ed, who is, not listed, but that's fine. Actually, no, I think Ed is listed somewhere in here, just not on this one. And then it would be Ed, it would be Ted, and it would be John Jengset. Those are the 3 people that if I ever have a ruling about characters, that's who I ask. I also want to show you, just like the original PDF of the Almanac, if you want to scroll down to the bottom here, I'll give this a little focus. I don't want to, do I want to do this? Oh, it feels bad, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to give you a little shout here to Additional Ideas and Inspiration section, which show you a couple characters. I did it. I'm sorry. I didn't bend it, Debbie. I'm sorry. But it does mention some characters. Some characters that some of them you'll recognize and some of them you won't. It's interesting about that. It's fine, Debbie. Look, I put it back. It's fine. I should also mention, hey, guess what? These things are meant to be opened. Bro. This art. These art assets are absolutely phenomenal. These are unreal. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is Mans holding a helix fossil? Tell me that doesn't look like a helix fossil. You are the storyteller. You are the boss. You are the person who reads the rules, who referees the game, and creates the chaotic and fun situation in which our players will play. Many people find the storyteller role the most creative, rewarding, and interesting of all. This book is written for you, and you will need to read some of it before running your first game. Hey guys, you can't see my face, but I'm looking at the camera. Read the whole goddamn thing. If you're running your first game, don't just read some of it, read all of it. The art assets are just truly, it really kind of gives you the flavor of the game in a way that nothing else really does. I mean, even the edging, the letterhead. First IRL or first ST game in general? First ST game in general. I mean, a lot of people have these. Basically, everything that's in here, more or less, is in the original PDF of how to run the game, or running the game, the rule book. But you should read this if you are STing a game, even if it's not this version, the actual full version. But you should read the whole almanac, the whole rules explanation of everything. I remember seeing this one in the Kickstarter, updates, and I think this really kind of gives, the vibe. I think this really does kind of give the vibe properly of this game. And it's got the butterflies for Pandemonium Institute. I love it. Goat Lady shouts to Chuck Tingle. Hey, it's a soldier. And it's a soldier and a bishop. How do I know it's a soldier? It's not a general. Even these tiny ones, even these little sketches almost. Just it adds. It adds to the flavor, guys. It does such a good job. This is what we were sold on when we originally got the game. This vibe. I like that a lot. I mean, that's definitely a striking piece. Just the color, the composition. Yo, is that man's a Slayer in the back? Check out man's next to the fan. Got a little bow. A little bow behind his back. Oh. Write your fanfics now. Slaying the little bunny. This must have been a recent art allocation when they settled on the purple motif. The purple motif, by the way, is relatively new. TB Blues Now Fox and the Mighty Zonk, thank you for the follows. This whole motif is very new. Oh, it's not Blues Now Fox, it's Blue Snow Fox. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry I ruined your name. What is this book? Does it have an enticing plot? It is not. This is the rule book, so there is not necessarily a plot in here. Greatest show on earth. Bing bang. Right? This doesn't necessarily have a plot per se. Blood on the Clocktower has a very loose plot, but it kind of just gives you an overall ambiance, a mise en scène, and you just kind of work the plots from there. Could be a magician. Magician works too. Doesn't have the hat though. This is a section that I think a lot of people need to read, which is the growing your group. I need to read it too because apparently our group is not big enough. We actually tried to have a get together last Sunday for Blood on the Clocktower and just did not have the people. It very heavy ham cake. You are correct. Stop moving. Even the detail of like these banners and how they have like the fraying of the banner at the bottom. It's amazing. And here's your additions. Why, wait a minute. This page has these additions that I'm aware of. The Bad Moon Rising, the Sex and Violets, and the Trouble Brewing. What is over here on the right-hand side? These are the planned expansions. For those of you who have never seen this before, or have never actually, gotten this, these are the planned expansions for Blood on the Clocktower. There's Garden of Sin, The Tomb, Midnight in the House of the Damned, and The Greatest Show on Earth, which is... Greatest Show on Earth is actually not a... Greatest Show on the Earth is just a collection of loose characters that can be used for custom scripts. But, I mean, just look at the art assets. Look at the coloring. Like on the tomb. I mean, and the Greatest Show on Earth, like with the fading and the gradient of the art. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a spoiler right now. Garden of Sin, Tomb, Midnight, and Greatest Show on Earth. You're not going to be seeing these for a while. They are still in development. They are still being planned and play tested. Obviously, they have... are they going to use experimental characters? From what I have heard, some of the experimental characters were pegged for some of these editions originally. However, there has been no update in a very long time, like probably since 2020, as to what these scripts actually look like. So because of that... whether or not these experimental characters still actually fit into any of these particular scripts is very much up for debate because they have undergone lots and lots and lots of revisions. So a lot of these experimental characters just never... They may not make it into what everybody thought was their home edition. Maybe they get tossed into Greatest Show on Earth. We'll see. The glossary. What I love about the glossary is it's going to help you out with a lot of things that like you're not super familiar with. And then, of course, there's the mandalas at the back. Each of the books has one of these little mandalas at the back. Is the Greatest Show on Earth related to the circus homebrew that Bejbo ran on Day One Whispers? No. The Greatest Show on Earth, like I said, is just... thematically, there's not really a whole lot going on that I know of. It's just kind of the collection. It's not meant to be a script per se. It's kind of what's the word? It's like that drawer in your house where you put all of the tools and the, kind of stuff that doesn't have any other home. That's kind of what Greatest Show on Earth is. It's stuff that doesn't have a home in the other scripts, but they are still characters that people want to have access to. It takes time to arrive on steamships from Oceania. Yeah. All right. Do we want to do a specific one first? We've got Sex and Violets. We've got Bad Moon Rising. I'm just going to show off some art assets. The Travelers and Fabled, of course, and TB. Anybody have a preference where we start? Also, I've been going for... Fuck, it's been over an hour at this point? Jesus. That should tell you how much there is in this game. Nobody's going to watch this. I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and people are going to be like, well, I'm not going to watch this. Well, judging by your silence, I'm a stickler for order. So we're going to go with TB. Again, the color. Amazing. Each one, by the way, has the intros, the character or the flavor intros to each of these, which are all unique. It's pretty clear that they kind of each have like kind of a season. So the Trouble Brewing expansion definitely seems to suggest that Trouble Brewing kind of takes place in autumn, or at least maybe some of the colder months. It definitely kind of has like that vibe. It even mentions in the flavor that this is kind of like an autumnal sort of feel, whereas BMR is winter. Sex and Violence is probably summer, but whatever. What I love about these almanacs is that they each still have a flavor. So, like, take for example, and this is just a sign of the work that it causes that they go into. Let's take a look. I just want to show you the back or the page. So let's take a look behind at the background of this page. So let's take a look at. I'm going to look specifically between the monk and the Undertaker. You see, it has like these grid lines. They kind of go around. It's got little triangles and all that. So, someone did this detail. Someone actually spent time and did the detail on these pages. Now you think, okay, well, that's just a template. They're going to use that in basically every page. Surprise, motherfuckers. Go to the next page. Completely different. This one has more of a star and kind of topography line feel to them. Someone had to be commissioned to do all of these guys. Someone had to be commissioned to do all of these backgrounds. Oh, it's a star chart because it says Vega on it. All of these are different. Someone had to do all of this work. This is why this game took so long. Because of this. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, it's not important. No, it is important. It's important because it shows a dedication to the craft. It shows a dedication to making sure that if this game is going to go out, then goddamn it, they're going to do it right. And they're going to do it as perfect as possible. And I respect that. I think that that's a huge boon to what makes this game so awesome. Another gripe, I know I mentioned the Fool token. Spoiler alert, Kickstarter backers got PDFs of the almanacs like a year ago. Or not a year ago, but like half a year ago. When we first saw this, there was a little bit of like with the fact that the 13th townsfolk gets its own page before a divider comes in and takes you to the outsiders. And because they wanted to use the art assets, the 13th townsfolk gets a dark page with light text as opposed to a light page with dark text. That is a gripe of mine. If there was one thing I would take back, it would be this. But I'm sure that they've tried many different iterations, and this is the one that worked. The froth. The head on the beer stein. They also redid a bunch of the flavor text too. So like Spy's flavor text used to just be, I don't remember what Spy's flavor text is, but it wasn't this. And a lot of them changed. I like the color change as a signpost for when you were in the book, like if you're flipping quick. Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe that is the goal that it accomplishes. If you were flibutting quick. Thank you, Buttspot. And of course, you've got your red mandala at the back. Okay. We're going in order, guys. BMR time. See, this one even specifically mentions that BMR takes place in winter. Very much gives you this vibe of like, shit, it's cold outside, guys. It's very cold. This guy's offering you soup at the tavern, a little wench there. Gives you the idea of, fuck, it's cold outside. I think when you play with that flavor, I think it really actually helps. One thing, storytellers can be evocative as to the storytelling that they do. We've just played so many games online, and again, we stream the games and with people that we know for so long that we don't necessarily go into huge detail about yeah, kind of like Hateful Eight. Yeah, it kind of has that vibe with the beards and everything. We as storytellers, because we run so many games with the same people over and over again, like I'm up against the clock as a streamer, so I usually just kind of give oh no, storyteller's dead, figure out who killed us, da da da, and then I just push everybody on their way. Guys, the beauty of being a storyteller is that you could go balls to the wall, and you could go as descriptive and purple as your prose wants to be, if that's what your crew likes. If you're working with a bunch of people who are like D&D players, theater kids, which, by the way, 2 groups of people who would fucking love this game, by the way, do it. You know, there's no problem with that. There's even instructions in the instruction manual, which I'm not going to go back to, but there is instructions in the main rulebook that talks about things to do as a storyteller, that are things like, you know, maybe give them a scenario, give them kind of like the circus is in town and then the storyteller died, why is that, da, da, da. Something like that. A bunch of strangers are trapped inside during a blizzard and at least one of them is a murderer. Exactly. And of course, you know, there's some suggestions about things you should and should not do. So, like, for example, maybe hold off on the gruesomeness. Maybe don't go into like great detail about how people died, because that can be uncomfortable for certain people who are gore averse. It still kept my favorite flavor text though, which is the assassin. Can't see it. So like Mastermind is very, very on flavor, which, by the way, I did a thing about Mastermind, but the flavor text on this one is just, it's really on point, you know, for Mastermind, which is this bit under, you know, this bit right here. You know, that's kind of like really kind of putting you in the mindset of like what a Mastermind would do. And then the assassin one, ... silence. One of my favorite flavor texts in the whole game. All according to Keikaku. You're goddamn right. And then the more advanced editions have a page at the back that kind of just goes to, here are some things you should probably be aware of when you are running this particular script, because there are some intricacies that you would not see otherwise. And of course, they gives in an opportunity to give off this awesome art asset as well. Again, very wintry vibes with the, you know, the negative space. And then, of course, your orange mandala. I also do appreciate that Bad Moon Rising kind of moved away from the yellow and more into the brown gold. I'm a big fan of that. And then Sex and Violets, again, kind of really gives you the vibe of being in summer. I want to storytell a game the next time we meet, just to lay hands on this beauty. Well, good. You're gonna be able to, Kevin, when we play a game in person next. Here's one you're probably going to be going to a lot, which is math. A lot of people have questions about math. In fact, this is probably the Almanac page you're going to turn to the most, is the one about mathematician, because everybody fucks up mathematician at least once. A little ladybug. A little ladybug. Still don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I understand the case being made that it's like kind of a signpost, but I still hate it. Oh well. What do I know? Oh, Vortox, I guess, is definitely one you're going to be popping back to as well. Of course, Sage gets the last page. It's the 13th. It's the 13th townsfolk. And of course, your orange mandala with your Vishnu. So it kind of gives a little bit more of an Eastern vibe. Oh yeah, if it was not like that, yeah, I agree to both of you. If it was inconsistent, I would be mad. Speaking of, this is one that maybe some people say they're not going to come to. No, you will. There's a lot of stuff here that you guys should know. Travelers and Fabled are very much a part of this game, and I recommend as storytellers you guys use them appropriately, because they are a vital balancing mechanism to actually playing this game. Here's your TB ones. This is specifically your TB Travelers. In fact, it even says as much where my thumb is over here. Travelers for Trouble Brewing. Fiddler page. We're getting there. Have patience. And then you can see the negative space color for the 5th one, which is the beggar. But instead of taking up a whole 2 pages, they start the Bad Moon Rising ones on the next page, so that when you flip to the next, it starts over again. Except it doesn't, because then obviously then they still have 1 left. So they have to do the negative space for the bishop as well. Throwing in a Sentinel or Fibbin just makes the game harder to solve if you have experienced players on a simple script like TB. It's almost like you would know something about that, Kevin. Deviant's icon changed. Big fan of that. Ah. Big fan of the new Deviant token. Just saying. Kale, you're too young. The Bone Collector. Fabled. Yeah. A fashion statement. Spiked collar. Yep. That's exactly what it is. High electrical temperature. Shouts to the Bone Zone. Shouts to Brian. Haven't seen Brian in a while. Toymaker got new art. I'm a big fan of the new Toymaker art. And you've got your Fiddler page. Revolutionary also got rid of the whole Soviet iconography. Probably a good choice. Duchess token didn't change very much. Fiddler is the last one for that section, because then it goes into... So this is for base 3, the Fabled that are listed here. So I don't know if you guys know that, but Fabled are actually divided into ones that are best for base 3, which are the 7 that are listed here. And then specifically, Fabled, really only best for custom scripts. So like things that actually adjust the game. So like Sentinel, Spirit of Ivory, Duchess, Fibbin. Yeah, Ivory changed a lot. Yeah. And of course, the Gene gets its own page. Because it deserves its own page. And its flavor text is in Arabic, which I totally can't read. And if Alejo tells you differently, by the way, if there is any sort of jinxes on a script, you technically should have the Gene in at all times. Fight me. And your gold mandala to end the page. So those are your almanacs. Now all that's left is the town square. Again, brilliant. No official page for Deus Fiasco. No, Fiasco didn't actually is not. Fiasco is actually not part of the Kickstarter, nor is it part of the base game. It is a fable that was introduced kind of in the same way that, like, what is it? Preacher and Bounty Hunter and Widow, like, they got kind of spoiled, but they weren't actually part of the campaign. So this huge, thick cardboard piece here, which you guys can see how thick the cardboard is. I mean, you kind of can. This is your town square. This is where life tokens are going to go. At the center of the town, where everybody's chairs are going to be circling this. And then your life tokens are going to go on here, like so. So there's your life token. There's your vote token. When you die, oh no, you're dead. Here's your vote token. And that gets taken away once you are dead. Now, I did notice one thing that does seem to be missing, however. And I'm sure it's in here. I just don't know where. The clips. The clips for binding the Grim. So, again, most of you guys have played only online. Maybe you're not familiar with how it actually works, but the way that it works is when you, and I'll put the Grim stand together in a bit. Everybody chill out. When you put the Grim together, you're going to have two. Yeah, you need 12 friends to play with. That's true. Yeah, you definitely. I wish the game just came with 12 friends to play with. But your Grim is going to come together like a book. And it's going to be opened so that the two sides go together like this. And there's supposed to be clips that bound the two halves together. They're in the little box. They're in the little box. Okay, let me take a look at the little box. Sorry, I jostled everything. Wait, what little box? Ah! They're in the Sex and Violence box, along with... yeah. That's the stuff. Yeah, that's the stuff. And I don't mean about the clips. The clips are nice to have, but... This is the biggie. The shrouds. I want to show you guys. So these are plastic. Thick, durable plastic. I'm not going to say that they're going to, light the world on fire or anything, but they're thick and durable plastic. But I'm going to take you up here and show you. There we go. So they hook onto the top of your tokens, like so. So if your token is sitting here in the Grim, it just kind of hooks on to indicate that that player is dead. So these things are really good quality for what you're looking for. They do the job, and they hook on just these little tiny hooks at the back. Yeah. That's awesome. I completely forgot about shrouds because I admit in my Grim, my ghetto Grim that I made that Navian is going to inherit, I didn't make shrouds because, again, it's a ghetto grimoire. I just made dead tokens. You just put a dead token next to players that are dead, which can get very cumbersome. But this is way better. And then, of course, we have your clips. Now, the clips themselves, I mean, listen, hey, that's right. They actually did, yeah, good point to that, Kale. They actually did have felt. They were trying for a little bit to do felt shrouds. That was a mistake. And then, guys, they're binder clips, all right? We don't have to go crazy here. Not everything has to be outlandish. I'm perfectly fine with the clips being like they are. So then you take your two halves, which, by the way, if you look at the edges, hang on. If you look at the edges here, so this actually sits here with this kind of thin edge, which is the bottom of the book, so to speak. And then the top half you'd think... Oh no, or sorry, that's the top half. The bottom half you'd think would also have an overhanging lip down here, but it doesn't. So that these two pieces just slot together and just kind of rest on top of each other. And that means that when you clip them together, you have a fully functioning grim. Yeah, the felt shrouds were not good. So here's my bottom. It's my town square. And now I think that means that the only thing I have left to do... Shut up, Kale. The only thing that I have left to do is that. And I will not leave you guys hanging. I'm not going to sit here and not put the additions together, because I know that there are some, like, OCD people who are probably like, no, you can't do that. Don't leave me until you put the pieces directly into the boxes where they belong. Ooh, woo. Don't worry, I wouldn't do that to you guys. Alright. What edition are we going to get first, guys? I have a feeling this is going to be Sex and Violence. Oh no, it's the Fabled. Alright, so here's how we do it. This is how we do it. I'm going to take these tokens. I'll pop them out. And then we're going to put them in the box. Your turn, my turn. Ooh, woo. Take your time with the poking. Oh, I was very careful, Ham Cake. And we got some more tokens over here. All right. Register falsely? Question mark? Yeah, they're falling right out, man. It's like braised pork shoulder. You know, you put it in a slow cooker and it just falls off the bone. Can you tell I'm hungry? Remember, guys, when it comes to punchboard, you want it to be in there, but you don't want it to be so in there that it's impossible to pop out. This is just a perfect balance right here. Where's my Travelers and Fabled box? Here we go. And what am I supposed to put everything? Why, I'm supposed to put reminders in here because it says reminders. And I'm supposed to put Fabled over here. Okay. And you stay away because you go in the Travelers section. Hey, Evan. Welcome to the channel. And for our 60k stretch goals, we will have premium tokens that pop out like braised pork shoulder off the bone. Evan, listen, you're here, man. Take what they say. You know, apparently that's what the people want. They want braised pork shoulder that falls off the bone. Evan, I'm really happy to have you here again. You haven't been here since the beginning, but obviously I'm a longtime player, but I am just utterly blown away by what you guys were able to do. I know that there was a lot of negativity. There was a lot of vitriol that you guys had to deal with, especially on the Kickstarter. And, you know, a lot of us held out faith that this was going to be a project that actually ended up being worth it. And just, you guys can attest to the fact that for the past almost 2 hours as I've been unpackaging this product, I am just constantly blown away. Yes, Kale, blown away. And just really mystified by how amazingly high quality everything is. And it's so worth the wait. And you guys just really knocked it out of the park over at TPI. You really did. So I thank you, Evan. and obviously to Steven and Amy and Eden and everybody else over at TPI. I'm just thrilled that it's worked out this well, and I'm just happy that you people are so happy with it. We're incredibly happy with it, Evan. We really are. But yes, if that's the case, I'm not going to talk to the guests so much. Apparently people don't like that sometimes. It really, I mean, I'm not kidding when I say, I mean, it is literally like, they just pop right off. They fall right off the bone. They really do. And the felt, oh, the felt. It just feels so good. It's such a good tactile sensation. Except for these little guys. You guys took a little while. Vote tokens. Oh, in case anybody here doesn't know, by the way, S Club Evan is Evan Donahue. I think we can say this. We can say this still, right, Evan? That you are, in fact, still the most experienced Clocktower player on the planet. We can still say that, right? Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to say it for long, but I'm pretty sure you are still the most experienced Clocktower player on the planet. And, of course, member of the Pandemonium Institute. I'm just saying, I'm sitting here doing a job. You know, I'm sitting here and actually putting stuff away. But if you guys want to show your love and appreciation to TPI directly, you are within your rights to do so, because Evan's right here, guys. From your lips to God's ear, so to speak. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it. Butcher goes over here. Barista. Where's my deviant? Gunslinger. I will wear that forever with dubious pride. I mean, listen, it's still pride, you know. You can still have pride in it. The most experienced Clocktower player. All right. So we got our reminders. Now our life tokens and our vote tokens should go in here. So you actually are going to use this Fabled and Traveler's box, even if you are not running Travelers and Fabled, because you need to have them for your vote tokens and your life tokens. So that's where these go. And by the way, look at that. They fit perfect. Ah! By the way, I didn't actually mean to do this. I didn't actually mean to do the unboxing, but just enough people got on my case that I had to do it. Not saying that it's a bad thing, just, you know, mentioning it. Thank you guys, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for being awesome. All right. Vote tokens on here. And then the felt. Love the felt. Content is content. It's true. I mean, I just spent 6 hours streaming Clocktower last night, and now I'm doing it again, but I'm not actually playing a game. Playing with myself, so to speak. Pause. Let's get that out of here. Oh, these actually have to go in as well. The infos. We did a little history lesson, Evan, about the art on the token for the Skinkulus. You know, a little history lesson. I feel like it's important that people know what it is that they are doing. You know, they don't really fit, do they? They have a suggested place for these. No, there's only 4. You only need 4, guys. So you've got these characters are not in play for the demon. These are your minions. This is your demon. And then you got the UR and did you vote today? There should be a player. I mean, yeah, it's probably coming up, but let me just get to TB. Travelers can't die, right? They can only be exiled. Well, I'll let chat handle that one. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Also, Crunchbang, welcome to the chat. You were supposed to be in SNV, you silly billies. And by the way, for people who are wondering, hey, what are these things? Guys, they're night reminders for your night sheet, so that you actually remember which characters are in play. It's not like Clocktower Online, where you can just, have a night order brought up whenever, and it only fits to your, specific characters that are in play with the night order. No. You have to do it the hard way in person. And by that, I mean it's not actually hard. It's just that a lot of people, I think, got spoiled by the brain tool. Wondering why the Travelers in Fabled had an example of Bone Collector, which used a dead butcher as an example. Yeah, I mean, they can die. I mean, a demon can kill a Traveler if they wanted to. The situations in which you'd want to do so are probably not super common, but I think it's common enough that it actually warrants having a mention in the Almanac. Oh, I've never asked. I apologize, people. I don't mean to be so selfish. Did anyone else here get their Grim? Has anybody else received their game? Because Crunchbang just made me think, hey, the Almanac actually says a thing, so... Hey, you get off of there. You did not come off the bone like braised pork shoulder. You were a stuck little one, aren't you? Panda really knocked it out of the park with this. They really did. The quality of the punch board with the felt. I don't know how they did it. They did a great job. Just had a text to say that it's been delivered to our neighborhood. Big pog. Also, Chiz, wait. All right. No, you should be awake. Never mind. You're allowed to be awake at this point. I literally walked out to check, and the Grim was at my door. Johnny Cats, congratulations. You don't even have to watch me do this anymore. You can go do it yourself. All right. You know what? I'm going to just shelve these for a second. I want to just get TB done. So let's get TB done. And make sure that I have all my tokens. We'll get the ones that matter. The drunk. We will not grab the ones that belong to S&V. I mean, guys, I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, hey, wait a minute, why are there, mixed versions on the punch boards? Guys, what do you expect them to do? This shit costs a lot of money. This is probably one of the most expensive parts of the actual game, was the punch board with the felt. They're going to use it as efficiently as possible. Also, some people may have noticed. I want to show you guys something. Which is, we had a question earlier. Oh no, you're on holiday! Oh no, Chiz, I didn't know you guys were on holiday. There's also 4 imp tokens, by the way, which I find so satisfying. So, I want to show you guys something that you might find interesting that relates to a conversation we were having earlier, which is, we had... Stop it. There we go. We had a conversation about, hey, which characters are supposed to be for which Kickstarter characters are supposed to be for which editions. Well, I'm going to take a break here just to show you something. Where are you? You go over here. Okay. So, this is good siesta viewing. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that my... I know everybody wanted me to lean into the ASMR and everything, but, like, you know, I do a little bit here and there, but most importantly, I just wanted you guys to actually see the experience of how awesome this is to finally open this thing. It's so worth the wait. So, I want to show you guys something. So, I'm going to break out my bag of... Yeah, you go over here. I'm going to break out my bag of characters from the expansions, okay? Let's take Atheist, for example. So here's my Atheist token. I want to show you guys something. Take a look, if you will, to the right, sorry, to the left of focus, damn you. Seriously, it's not focusing. There we go. That's good enough. Take a look at the left of the word atheist, and you'll see lackluster tag sales. Remind me, I'll come up and see what it is. So, you'll notice to the left of atheist, there are 4 white dots. Specifically, 4 white dots. Very interesting, right? And actually, there would be 4 on the opposite side where the flower is, but the flower isn't the way to set up flower. I want you to also take note of Poisoner token. There are 4 lights. The Poisoner has only 1. That's curious, right? Yeah. What is that? What are those dots? Well, those dots, everybody, are indicators of which edition the thing belongs to. So remember when I said we don't really know where the expansion characters are going to be? Well, the tokens actually give you a little bit of an indication, because anything that does have the single white dots as indicated by the punch board is something that belongs in TB. 2 dots for BMR, 3 dots for S&V. So that means, well, wait a minute. Something about that doesn't seem right, because my atheist token that I've lost, put it back, didn't I? I did. Well, my atheist token has 4 dots. There are 4 lights. What does that indicate? Very curious. Let me see some of these other experimental characters. Let's take a look at the Alchemist. Oh, Alchemist has 4 dots too. It's interesting. A lot of people thought that this would actually indicate as to which edition these characters belong to. It's a red herring, guys. They all have 4. All of the experimental characters have 4. So anything that does have 4 on it is an experimental character. It does not denote what script they are going to. Just thought it would be funny to kind of make mention of that to you guys. Would have been nice if one of them had like 5 or 6 or 7. Oh, big pog. With such clues. But no, we didn't get that. Alright, so this should be all of TB, I think. I don't see anything else here that would be specifically TB in these other ones. So I think it's all reserved for here. So let's open up our Trouble Brewing box. And we'll do a nice little sort. Demons? So many demons. Hey, you flipped over. How dare you? Am I putting them in the SAO order? No. Because to hell with that. Dang, the styrofoam corners in the shipping container are pro. Yeah, they are. I threw one at my cat. She was not pleased. I didn't actually throw it at her. Don't worry. I threw it in her general direction so that she could play with it. And then we've got your reminders. They are divided not by what character type they are, but merely by the color. So this is very easy to do. You just take all the blue ones, gather them up, throw them on the left. Nice and easy cleanup. Is the demon poisoned, dead? There's no other ones, right? Baron effects set up. There should be only 3, right? Chiz, now. Yeah, spy doesn't get any of them, so yeah, you just only get the 3. I throw stuff at my cat, but she's a jerk, so it's okay. Exactly, you understand. Trouble Brewing box acquired. Let's do some BMR. Everyone is drunk. This page looks entirely BMR. I'm pretty sure everything here is BMR. This is like the main BMR page. Didn't realize till now that TB has only evil renders. Renders? Shouts to renders. Only 3 evil reminder tokens. Yeah, I mean, you could technically say that there's like a one for a star pass, but you don't actually have one for star pass. You only have you just give them a new imp token. That's why you just got the new imp tokens. So you don't actually need a reminder token for that. Reminder tokens also, by the way, you can see have the 2 dots at the top to indicate that they are to BMR. Everything has that notation. So if you see something and you're ever concerned, hey, what edition does this go to? Just look for the dots. No, I dropped one. F. Where'd you go? No, my reminders. Oh, there's 3 down here. Fuck. Aha. Sorry, Fibbin. That's my bad. You have one for Scarlet Woman jump. Yes, that is the demon. Because technically, you know, they become the imp, but I guess just for ability's sake or for ease of understanding, they left it as is the demon for executions. So as kind of a reminder for like if the demon is executed during the day, you put the is the demon on there and then you change them come the night. Or if they're shot, you know, if a Slayer shot happens during the day and kills the demon, you got to put the is the demon on there to remember to do the thing. Let's finish up. Oh, hey, Voodon, you ended up over here. You silly Billy. You go in here. Shouts to the Voodon, by the way, the most underappreciated traveler. Love me some Voodon games. No one plays hardly anywhere near enough Voodon games. For custom scripts, maybe they don't have 4 copies of each demon, so Scarlet Woman would need to have a helper. Oh, good point. That's right. Remember, custom scripts are a thing you can do. You're not just going to play base 3 with this. I mean, you probably will, but I've never been more excited to play SNV in my life. Like, of the 3 base scripts, SNV is probably my least favorite, and that's not to say that I don't like it. I still think it's an awesome script. It's just my least favorite of the 3. So, I now actually having the tokens in hand, I actually would be totally down with playing SNV. I've been live for 2 hours, fuck. It took a hell of a long time, but I gotta say the end result is flawless. I've been saying it for 2 hours now. The quality is just unbelievable. The quality is outrageously good. I mean, I'm still blown away. I'm still just completely blown away by how good it is. Where's my BMR box? Here's my BMR box. Drink check? Drink check. I actually got a Gatorade I was going to drink while I was doing this. It's on the other side of my desk. It's over there. And, well, that didn't happen. Good reminders. Minions. Demons. There are people who are, like, getting a immense amount of satisfaction over this. Wait a minute. No. 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 There are people who are getting an immense amount of satisfaction over watching me do this, and then there are some people who are probably watching this saying, this is a waste of time. I am watching someone literally organize things. Nope, that's not right. Oh dear. Whoa there. Don't do that. How did you fall again? Oh, there you are. You stuck to my shirt. Guys, it stuck to the shirt. The felt stuck to the shirt. Can confirm. Best game ever. It also sticks to itself sometimes. Lots of reminder tokens for evil in BMR, in case you couldn't guess. Dead, alive. Don't wear felt while opening. Yes, correct. The shirt I'm wearing, by the way, is the Evil Mare shirt, available at... This is me touching my keyboard for the first time in a long time. Go and get an Evil Mare shirt. Actually, don't get an Evil Mare shirt. Get a honk beanie to support Navian. And Puka. Ta-da! BMR complete. Now, you do S and V. And then I have to remember how to put stuff back. Chat, I told you guys to pay attention about how to put things back because I was gut fail. So much felt. So many pieces. There we go. Is everybody right? Cool. Last one. You know, we had a joke at our local LGS that, you know, the board game syndrome of people who will buy a game, open it up, punch out all the pieces, get everything nice and organized, and then never end up playing the game. And, you know, the joke is that they actually spent all that money just to have the experience of punching out cardboard, which a lot of people actually find would be totally worth it. So the joke became, we should hire people to just do the punching, the ones who like really enjoy punching stuff out of punchboard, and just hire them to be the ones to do the punching out of the punch boards, they would have a field day with this game. Also, for those of you who missed it, I'm just going to show you one more time. The felt. My guys, the felt. Here's your Grim. I don't know why that's so satisfying, but it really is. Oh, man. It just feels so good. By the way, for people who have never played in person, if I wanted to say make it so that do a turn test where you invert the box. Invert the box? What do you mean invert the box? If I wanted to indicate, unlike on Clocktower Online, that this here town crier is... Oh, you were about to do exactly what I was going to recommend, Maggot. Like a DQ Blizzard. Oh no, they fell. I also didn't really press them down all that hard, so... But if I push them down hard, they don't fall. It's not a margarine mixture. I won't stay put over it. Morning, Becky. So what I was going to mention is that if you kind of lay it down, it'll probably fall. But if you just give it even the slightest tap, that shit ain't going anywhere. But what I wanted to indicate was, in a game on Clocktower Online, when you have a Philo in play, and for some reason they get turned, whatever reason it ends up being, there's normally a little indicator token you can put by that says good or evil. Those don't exist in the actual in-player game. In fact, that took me a while to get used to when playing Clocktower Online, because the way that you actually do it is, in a real game, if this philosopher was to turn evil, you just put them upside down. Upside down is an indicator that they are a alignment that the character is not normally. So, like, if I had, say, a good Nodashi made by a Vortox, or by a Pit Hag, that player would get shown the Nodashi token and say, wait, hang on, I have it. You are the Nodashi. You are good. Good. Or if there was a evil artist, you are the artist. You are evil. That's how you indicate it in the game. So there's no good or evil tokens. Alright. Let's put SNV away and then see if I can figure out how to... Yeah, goons spin a lot. See if I can figure out how to put all this shit away. Makes my life happy, putting all this stuff in its place. I know it probably shouldn't. I know it's probably not something that a lot of people would say they get a lot of satisfaction out of. But guys, you have to remember, it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years, guys. I mean, for a lot of people, it's been 5 years until this moment could happen. But it's real. It's actually real. It's still a shock to me. You don't think, sometimes you don't think it's ever actually going to happen, but it is. I've got some evil tokens in my DIY. Gonna felt back then for this one. Yeah, yeah, I agree. It was easier back then, but the original idea was just flip the tokens. I woke up this morning still hyped how that game went last night. Thank you again to Meta for being an amazing ST and allowing me to join this great community who have grown here in Connecticut. That's incredibly generous of you to say, Monsta. I do appreciate all of the love and the comments. If you guys are here and you're like, hey, who the fuck is this guy and why is he unboxing Connecticut, or why is he unboxing Blood on the Clocktower? Well, we actually do play Blood on the Clocktower. We have an entire server, which is there. Hashtag Bay Marianne. You're 100% correct, Debbie. You gotta get Zav and Pat back on that. I gotta see more. I gotta see more of the letter. I gotta make that happen. The only meta token I feel was missing in my set is the "Who are you bluffing as?" Yeah, I mean that's one you can definitely make. It's not a bad idea. Yes, we have a community, Kale. You're part of it. We have a community over on Discord where we actually play Blood on the Clocktower. We play on Friday nights on stream here on Twitch. And we just did 6 hours worth of gameplay less than 12 hours ago, so I'm very tired. We also have our Wednesday games, which are run by the incomparable Jackie over from Missing Pieces Board Game Club. If someone could link their Twitch, that would be great. Zav is out there being busy running festivals. How fucking dare he? But yes, we run those welcome games for people who are new to Blood on the Clocktower. We play them. These are all online, by the way, all these games I'm talking about. We haven't done anything on stream in person yet. Hey, who are you? How dare you? All right, so, and then of course on Saturdays, which is tonight, head on over to Connecticut Blood on the Clocktower on Discord at 7 p.m. Eastern, where you will find we do our Storyteller Swap Saturday games. And on those days, it is a game for players who want to have the experience of playing Blood on the Clocktower as the storyteller and running games. You could have caught the tail end. It's true. We ran 6 hours, so you could have definitely been around. Thanks a lot, Debbie. But no, so we run our Storyteller Swap Saturday games where players who are interested in running games as storytellers can actually participate in games and do some, kind of no stress, no expectation experience of just having people to play the game so that you can learn how to be Blood on the Clocktower storytellers. Nightbot timed out Kevin. Why did Nightbot time out Kevin? Oh no, I'm sorry, my bad. Can I do that? Can I undo that somehow? Sorry, Kevin. Nightbot sucks. Yeah, I thought VIPs had link permissions. Either way, Missing Pieces Board Game Club, they will be going live soon with some Blood on the Clocktower. And here's your Grim stand. Put your Grim on. There is no... You know what? No, I'm not even going to try because I'm going to knock the tripod over. We're not even going to bother with that. And that's Blood on the Clocktower, guys. So now we have the fantastic task of attempting to put this all back in the box. I sure hope I don't fuck it up. Any suggestions? Because I don't remember what the hell I'm doing. Oh, right. We actually have... Hang on. We have also all of our blank tokens and our night order tokens. Was there a night section in here that I missed? I feel like if I just put the travelers in here, I can just put all of the night tokens in here, and that should be sufficient. Yeah, I'm sorry to chatters. Hi, Rainbow Unicorns, by the way. Welcome to the channel. Put stuff in the plastic baggie so you don't lose little stuff. Eh. 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 I'll figure it out. I think putting the little stuff in here is fine for now since the cover's going to be on it. And what is it going to do? It's going to fall into the Grim and get stuck. I think it's okay. Stack everything on the table upside down, then slide the box onto it. Straight facts. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now we have... Someone mentioned something in a... Hi, Rainbow Unicorns, you watch our VODs. That's so cool. I'm so happy about that. They've got little drawers and sections. Oh, Debbie linked me to the thingies, the boxes. All right, so someone told me, what did they say? I was posting about the Grim in one of our channel, in some channel I'm in, and I mentioned that we have a Grim that I got my box, and someone told me the right way to put everything back. I can't remember where I saw that. It is somewhere. No, it's not there. What the hell channel did this? I only talked about getting my box in a couple channels. But someone said there is a preferred way to put things back, and I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. My bad, guys. I thought I had something cool here, but I don't. Any suggestions? What link are you looking to? Oh, about how to put everything back? Sleeve the pages. Yes, I know, Kale. There are a bunch of sleeves in here. However, there are nowhere near enough. So these are actually meant for your night sheets, which I would do, but I think I will save that for another day. Let's take these tokens, our info tokens, put them with our shrouds. That's not going to work, is it? Oh yeah, it'll work. I made it work. I know the preferred way, but I'll only tell if you say the Mez word. What's the Mez word? You can make me evil, I don't care. Guys, there's so many pieces. I don't think you understand how many pieces there are. Oh, Almanacs! Jesus! Hey, how'd you end up back there? You go up here, my friends. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. I'll take that as a Mez word. That's fine by me. The sleeves are different sizes. Still trying to figure out exactly which one goes to which. Chiz, enjoy your sangria. Guys, I got this. This is just like putting root away. Alright? It's the same shit. How bad can it be? And get these here tokens in here. A little bag there. You got this little bag here. You got this little bag here. You know what I'm saying? A little bag. And put this bag here. And this here. A little close, I think. Did I put something on top, by the way? I didn't. Okay, good. I am a sport human. That I'm a professional? Is that what you're saying, Debbie? Because I am a professional. Oh, scheisse. That's right. I had these things sitting on the Grim. That's fine. You could do some neat 3D printed boxes. Yeah, you can. And I think that a lot of people probably are going to, because I mean, geez, if you guys go to Etsy and look up, if you guys go to Etsy and you look up putting like root, like the things that, you know, for people who want to put root together, I mean, it's like a whole nother thing. What are your plans for the day? Putting this back together. And there we go. Put the sleeve on. Oh, Jesus, it's so heavy. You guys made it sound like this wasn't going to fit. Come on. You know, like, you've never played Tetris before. And then our bag. And that is Blood on the Clocktower. Yeah, a lot of Legion tokens. Thank you so much, guys. It wasn't very ASMR. What do you want me to do? So, thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of the love, and I cannot wait to use this. I cannot wait to play this in person. We are going to have a grand old time with this, and I can't wait. So, if you guys are in the Connecticut area or the general Northeast, hit me up. We will be doing games soon in person with a real Grim. I'm so excited. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely evening or day or whatever it is, and we will catch you next time. Okay, bye.